Today, as the title mentioned, I'm going to share 10 things that you need to purge from your closet today. And no, we are not talking about skinny jeans or crop tops or a specific type of clothing that is out of date or not in style anymore. Because honestly, if one more person tells me that I need to throw out my skinny jeans because they're not on trend anymore, I'm going to, I don't know, be really annoyed. I don't really know what I would actually do, but it is very annoying when people always tell other people what type of clothing that they need to get rid of. That is not what this video is about. This video is about other things. Specific, like, we'll get there. I will show you. And it will not be your favorite sweatshirt that you love because it's out of date. That's not where we're going. I'm gonna get into it, but very quickly, if you're new here, my name is Jen. I'm a mom of 3 from Minneapolis, and I love fashion without the fuss. So easy to wear outfits that you can throw on, look good, and feel good in all day long. So let's get into it. The number one thing, probably not the number one, like the top of the item, but the first item that we're gonna talk about is items with the tag on it. So if you go in your closet, you find this amazing blazer that you bought a year ago, that you have yet to wear, still has the tags on it, I'm sorry to say it needs to go away. My general rule of thumb is this: if you bought something brand new, you bring it home and you have not worn it within 48 hours, that is an extended period of time. I like to give myself only 24 hours to wear the item. If I don't wear it within that time period, it needs to go back to the store, because if you're buying something that is new and fresh, you should be excited to wear it. If you're not excited to wear it that very next day or even out of the store, you probably are not going to like it enough to wear it often enough to really get use out of it, to have it take up space in your closet and actually spend money on it. So I know this one can be hard because the tag is still on there. You can see how much you paid for that item. You may feel guilty about it, but something that I will repeat over and over in this video is this: when you look at an article of clothing and you feel guilty because you don't wear it, you don't fit into it, whatever the reason it brings you guilt, when you get rid of that piece of clothing, guess what? The guilt goes with it. You're no longer reminded of the reason that you're not wearing that item of clothing. It's gone. And guess what? It's probably making somebody else happier when you get rid of your clothing and you find somebody who really likes said clothing, because they're getting use out of it. You're not staring at it anymore. It's a win-win for everybody. The number 2 thing is things that don't fit. Again, this one can be another thing that you feel guilty about because you used to fit into those favorite pair of jeans, but guess what? Now you don't. Our bodies change.
It won't close.
It's a 5.
Okay, it must be marked wrong.
As we get older, things shift. Things change. If you're a mom like me, guess what? When you're postpartum, when you're years past having kids, things don't always fit as they used to. I actually just got rid of all of my extra small sports bras. I used to fit into an extra small. My chest, TMI, did not get much bigger, but my ribs did. And so after children, I would wear an extra small sports bra, and within like 10 minutes, I was in pain. I found myself getting really crabby and irritable because it was super uncomfortable. And the second I would take it off, I would find this like immediate relief. And finally I realized, oh my word, why am I holding on to all these extra small sports bras? I have plenty of other sizes that fit me. And if you don't, just buy a few more. Everyone will be happier because of it. So get rid of those clothes that don't fit you. And again, if you feel guilty about it, pass it on to somebody else. The guilt will go away. One thing that I really love to do is find people who are either my size, slightly smaller, around that size, and give those items to them, because then I get to see people wearing my stuff that they look really good in and they feel really good in, and they're happy to wear those items. And I no longer feel the guilt of having it in my closet. I use my Buy Nothing group. That's a local group on Facebook that I can say, hey, I'm getting rid of this sweater. Who wants it? And there'll be many people who will say, oh, I really want that sweater. Give it to somebody who really wants it. I've had people reach out later and be like, oh my word, I wore that sweater to work yesterday and I felt so beautiful. Thank you so much for giving it to me. I also give my clothing to my nieces, my mom, And every time I see them wearing clothes that I never wore that just hung in my closet, I am so much happier because my clothes are being used. They're not going to the landfill. They didn't have to spend money on it. I already did that for them. And it's a win for everybody. So find somebody, a couple of people in your life that you can give your clothes to, swap clothes with a friend, or use your Buy Nothing group. When you see your clothing being used by somebody who really likes it, it is so much easier to get rid of your clothes. Number 3, anything that's uncomfortable. So like I mentioned with my sports bra being super uncomfortable and making me very irritable, there's probably many things in your closet where you put it on and it's just an itchy sweater, or the waist is just a little bit too tight and you just don't feel comfortable sitting down in it or even walking around in it. Or you just don't like to wear it for longer than a very short period of time. I like to do a test where if I'm not sure if I really like something or it feels really great on, I will put it on when I know I'm going to be at home all day. And if I feel a need to take it off within an hour, that item immediately goes into a pile of donation. Do this when you're at home because then you can cycle through a few articles of clothing that you're unsure about, and you're not stuck at work or somewhere out and about in this uncomfortable item getting very irritable and very annoyed at yourself for wearing the item that's uncomfortable. Nobody likes to be uncomfortable. Get rid of the items that make you annoyed and make you uncomfortable. Number 4 is anything stained or damaged. I actually posted this on Instagram and I had so many people so mad at me for saying this.
Whatever.
But here's the deal. I used to have like a bin of clothes for dirty activities like painting or gardening, things like that. But then I realized I never actually changed into clothes that are like already dirty to go garden. I'll just wear clothes that I can just throw in the wash easily. And I'm not painting that often, like maybe once a year, if that. So I kept one pair of pants and one t-shirt that is my painting clothes, got rid of all the others. Because if I'm not gonna be wearing these clothes out and about, I don't need copious amounts of clothing that are stained or damaged for my family to see. And honestly, I'm not wearing those clothes really all that often. I can buy myself a brand new pair of lounge pants if it's the loungewear that I have that's stained or damaged, because I'm better than stained or damaged. I oftentimes think about moms and how if our kids ruin an article of clothing, say they get a giant hole in a t-shirt or a stain so bad that you're never gonna put them in that again, what do we do with those clothes? We recycle them, we put them in the car as like a spare. We absolutely need a spare set of clothes, or we get rid of them. If we're going to do that with our kids' stuff, we should be doing that for our stuff. Don't hold on to stuff that you don't feel good in, that are stained so bad that you're not going to wear them, or that are damaged. You're better than that. Number 5 is your pile of dry cleaning clothes. If you have had a pile of clothes that you have meant to bring to the dry cleaner for more than a few months, it's time to just let it go. Let it go. Sing the Frozen song. Let it go. Get rid of those and come to grips with the fact that you are not a dry cleaning gal. I used to buy dry cleaning clothes thinking, oh yeah, I'll just bring these to the dry cleaner. It sounds so like luxurious to run things to the dry cleaner. Guess what? I never go to the dry cleaners. I used to sometimes, when my husband worked in corporate America, throw in a few items of clothing when he was getting his work clothes dry cleaned. But now he doesn't work in corporate America. We don't have a lot of need for dry cleaning services. Therefore, all of my clothes that are meant to be dry cleaned, they don't ever get dry cleaned. I have tried the at-home thing a couple times. That works in a pinch. But I have come to grips with the fact that I'm not a dry cleaning gal. I should not purchase items that are meant to be only dry cleaned. And I'm moving on. You can too. If you are somebody who just finds it a real struggle to bring your dry cleaning clothes into the dry cleaner, you probably aren't a dry cleaning girl, and that's okay. You don't have to be. There are other clothes that you can get that you don't need to dry clean that are just as cute. I promise. Along the same lines as bringing your clothes to the dry cleaner, number 6 is getting rid of the clothes in your closet that you have meant to bring to the tailor to get altered for more than a few months. I will tell you a story. I have a dress in my closet right now. I'm making this video talking about all the things that we need to get rid of, and I have a dress in my closet that I wore when I was pregnant with my daughter, who is now 6. I was pregnant and I got to walk in an Anthropologie fashion show. Loved the dress I wore. I had to get it in a bigger size because, or I had to wear it in a bigger size because obviously it was very pregnant, so I needed to fit over the bump. They didn't have my current size, so I couldn't buy my size to wear when I was done being pregnant. So I bought the dress that was the wrong size, thinking I would bring it in to get it altered. Have I brought it in 6 years later? No, I haven't. I'm terrible. That dress is now out of style. I can't wear that dress.
Vintage. So adorable.
No, I could wear the dress, but I haven't brought it in. So if you are somebody like me who you buys things with the intention of bringing it to the tailor to get it altered, but you don't, get rid of the pile. And also realize you shouldn't buy things with the intent on bringing it in to get it altered, because you're probably not going to. This is another rule where I will buy an item if I'm thinking I will buy the item to alter it. I will buy the item and set a deadline. If I have not brought it in within 48 hours to get it altered, I return it. Don't take the tags off of the clothes until you bring it in to get it altered, or if that time frame that you gave yourself to bring it in to get altered has passed, get rid of it. Bring it back to the store, get your money back, and buy something that fits you better, doesn't need to be altered, whatever. Number 7 is duplicate items that you don't wear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having duplicate items of things that get a lot of use, whether it's a white t-shirt, if you're a white t-shirt gal and you wear white t-shirts all day, every day, or if you have 30 pairs of jeans that you actually wear all of those jeans. The problem comes in when you have many duplicate items, but many of those items don't ever get worn. My guilty thing is jeans. I have so many jeans, like a lot of jeans. And I have all different kinds of jeans. I have flare jeans, I have skinny jeans, I have boot cut jeans, I have boyfriend cut jeans, I have mom jeans. I have distressed jeans, I have non-distressed, I have a lot.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist.
And I would say I'm very good at rotating many of them. However, there's probably about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 pairs of jeans that have not gotten worn in the last year. And honestly, if I'm being very honest, I'm afraid that some of those will come back into style and I'll want to wear them, like the distressed skinny jeans. I just haven't been wearing distressed skinny jeans in a very long time. If I do wear skinnies, they are non-distressed. And I don't want to get rid of them because I used to wear them all the time and I'm nervous to get rid of them. That is totally fine. It's a very valid feeling for everybody. We just need to get over our fear of what if this comes back into style, because guess what? When trends recover, when trends come back into style, they're never exactly the same as they were when you originally wore them. So many of the clothes that are on trend right now are clothes that I wore in high school. And I keep saying, man, I wish I would have kept my entire high school wardrobe because I would be very on trend right now. But guess what? Things have changed. They're never ever exactly the same. So don't be afraid to let go of something that you're not wearing now. And then maybe 5, 10 years down the road, you'll buy something that is actually on trend for whatever the trend is right now. And it'll fit you appropriately too. Number 8 is gifted items. This is another thing that can bring some guilt. When people give us something, they want us to use it. Think about when you give somebody something. If you gave somebody a sweatshirt that you thought that they would really love, and number 1, do you honestly remember what you gave one of your friends for her birthday 3 years ago? Probably not. I sometimes have a hard time remembering what I gave my husband for his birthday last year. They probably won't remember if you got rid of it. Number 2, they would want you to either use it and love it or feel free to get rid of it. If they're actually a really good friend that really loves you, they would not feel bad if you said, hey, I just never wore that shirt anymore, so I got rid of it.
You can't sit with us!
Also, you don't need to tell them. Don't tell them. If they ask, I wouldn't lie about it, but you don't need to go out and say, oh, hey, best friend, you know that sweatshirt you gave me 5 years ago? I got rid of it because I never wore it. Don't do that. You can just quietly get rid of it. Maybe don't give it to a friend who is also friends with that friend. But don't feel bad about getting rid of clothes. Remember, if you get rid of something that gives you guilt, the guilt will go away when you get rid of the item. Two left, and they're very similar. Number 9 is items that don't fit your current lifestyle. So when you think about your day-to-day, are you a stay-at-home mom who lives in jeans and t-shirts? Yet you have your closet filled with power suits, pencil skirts, high heels, outfit for a working professional. Or on the flip side, are you a working professional who wears mostly power suits, pencil skirts, blazers to work, but your closet is filled with jeans, graphic tees, and sweatshirts? I'm not saying that you need to fill every single item of clothes for your 9 to 5, because that's not entirely realistic, especially if you're somebody who works in an office but you really love being in lounge bands. But you don't want to fill your closet with items that are not getting all that much use, that don't fit your current lifestyle. When you get home from work, you're probably not changing into another fresh outfit for sitting around at home. If you're going out to dinner with some friends or going out to happy hour, you're either wearing the outfit that you wore to work or you're changing into something that is a more stylish outfit, but you're not doing that every single day. So think about what you are actually wearing for your normal life, and does it reflect what is actually in your closet? Number 10 is get rid of items that don't fit your current style. Our style changes, and our style changes all the time. So maybe 10 years ago, you were a bodycon and crop top kind of gal. And today, you're more of a jean and t-shirt kind of gal. It's okay to get rid of those clothing that used to be your style. And I'm sure you'll look back and think, oh man, I rocked that dress. I look so good in that. I can still rock that dress and still look really good in it. But I just don't wear it that often. It's okay that your style has changed, and it is okay that you have changed. And it is okay to get rid of those clothes that used to be your style that isn't your style today. So, what is something that I missed that you think that we should all get rid of in our closet? And what is something that you're like, I will never get rid of that thing? That type of thing. I will keep all of my stained clothes in my closet, despite you saying that you should. I would love to know. Leave a comment and let me know what that thing is. And I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.